Hello everyone, Febrauary here, and today we're taking a first impressions look at the Town of Light, a psychological horror sort of game that is based somewhat in real historical events, having to do with, I believe, the Italian mental health system. Real facts and places, documentation. Yeah, it's basically just about how messed up the Italian mental health system used to be.
What's happened? What kind of place is this? Maybe I'm dead. I can't see any light. I might be dead. I can't get up. What's going on here? What's happening to me? There's no one here. Yet, these noises. God, my head is killing me. I can't keep my eyes open.
Alright, and here we are in Tuscany. Of course, this game does use the familiar method of the walking simulator, which I'm sure you guys know my opinions on by this point. Alright, we can at least interact with the world, which is a good start. Is that seriously a game trophy? What? Another one. Can't even read what that says. Game Connection Development Awards. Is it a real award? Are these actual awards they've won for the Town of Light? I guess we didn't have to poke around there at all. Are you LKAing it yet?
This place. Time.
synopsis menu. We have no memories. What is this down here? Closed down mental asylums and other mental institutions are one of the holy grails of the urban exploration hobby. There's so much to see there and find all the creepy things they used to use. And again, a lot of them with documentation just left where it was. The Calm Women Ward. That's not even on here. Also, 3 is nothing? Doesn't swear God. Well, we can touch a lot of things. All these books just left here to rot. I do wonder if the place this is supposed to be based on is still there. I mean, probably. They usually don't even bother demolishing these
The only
places.
thing I remember clearly is Charlotte, my doll.
There's the Tranquil Ward. Is that the Calm Women's Ward? Oh, yeah, it is, because there's a power thing there. So that's this way. Creepy. It's a blocked off staircase. So from what I understand, we are actually a ex-patient here who is now returning to sort of face down her memories of the place. I feel like they generally wouldn't leave this thing connected to the grid, though. Like, oh yeah, we'll just turn off the master switch and that'll be good enough. But then again, maybe they did.
No, she's freezing. She's alone. Let's look for her.
Alright, so we gotta find this teddy bear. Probably not down here. there a closed door button? No, I just have to... Would you really trust an elevator that's probably really old and unmaintained? Couldn't I have just taken the stairs? There's literally no reason to have taken the elevator.
Let's search the wards on the first floor. There's a plan on the wall which shows where the various wards are located.
Alright, now we're going to stuff feathers in your neck, which will calm you. What am I looking at with some of these? Insert something. So a lot of their cures were, we're going to cut you open, we're going to stick something in there, and then we're going to sew you up and you should be good. Is that just we're going to cut off your fingers? Amputation a discortizone de metacarpo. Alright, here's the map. Semi-agitated ward. Why do all of these have a room that's not labeled? Well, there's only 2 wards, one on each side. So let's check this one.
Let's find Charlotte. She is alone. She is in the dark.
Oh, okay. Is this the electrotherapy machine? We'll put you on this bed and then we'll shock you a couple times. Should shock the crazy right out of you. If the patient is dangerous and aggressive, we'll simply remove their hands, and then what harm can they do?
Reneé does not want to abandon her.
I mean, I'm not seeing any other wards on the first floor unless she actually meant the ground floor. Or this room right here. Directly in front of the elevator.
Mummy took good care of Charlotte. She tucked her in, hugged her, gave her cuddles and kisses. She was very affectionate and loving. Nothing bad happened to Charlotte, and I was amazed. I did not understand. At first, I was quite afraid. I feared that she wanted to hurt me. I was constantly expecting the moment when Mum would abandon her. Because I did not deserve to live. I did not deserve to be loved. It's cold. It's dark. Now she's cold. She'll get ill. We can take care of her. It's not forbidden. Charlotte is a good girl.
I mean, hey, who better to perform pointless and unnecessary medical experiments on than crazy people? They're not gonna tell, are they?
He doesn't want to. Not Charlotte. Those lamps might make the room warmer. But Charlotte's uncomfortable. She doesn't feel well. Charlotte is cold. Let's find her a warm place.
So do we put her outside, or is there like a furnace room around here? I can't fit through these doors.
It's warm in the sun, that's true. It'll turn cold in the evening. That's not good for Charlotte.
I heard something move off in the distance.
I saw a wheelchair on the ground floor. It's a convenient place and we can get Charlotte into a warm place. He'll get angry. He'll certainly get angry. This is a comfortable place for Charlotte. But it's cold. No, it's cold. Don't shiver, Charlotte. The cold will go away.
You know, I'm not sure this is helping our recovery.
We need to find warm lights. Let's go into the surgical ward.
Nothing says warmth and comfort like a surgery ward. Which is... upstairs, I guess. This would be where the elevator comes in handy. feel like we've already played a similar walking simulator in a abandoned asylum. I mean, there's a wheelchair right there. Alright, surgical ward. Surgical ward. 7. Also 2? Oh, we were already in 2. So 7 is this way.
He doesn't want to. No, in the town of light, he doesn't want to.
Oh, I guess we just have to put her in front of those lights we were already at. She just said she wasn't comfortable.
The cold goes away, you see? The light. Warmth. We can do it. The cold goes away. It's not forbidden. Now we can go to that ward where everything started. It
H to
all
receive
began
help.
in the observation ward on the ground floor.
Alright. Let's discover how it began, and then I think we'll call it for the town of light. First step is always the hardest. This is how we arrived in Otherworld.
One day I turned off the light, but it didn't go dark. It was a limitless immensity, a blinding, merciless light. I was 16 and I was afraid, always afraid, a fear that wore me down. I needed help, but I could not speak. Everything terrified me, even thinking. They said they were taking me to a place where the fear would go away, where I would get better. I stopped living in there. They dragged me away and tore off all of my clothes, every last stitch. I tried to explain what was going on in my head. They tied me to the bed for days, alone with my nightmares. It wasn't fear anymore. It was madness. And when you're mad, you cease to exist. She was my only hope in this hell. I was falling down amongst the damned, but that woman and her smile kept me alive.
And I think that's a good place to stop for the Town of Light. Again, it's a walking simulator with minimal interaction. For the most part, you play these if you want to go through a story. It's, it's a little more than an interactive movie at this point, but if the story is interesting, and this one does at least seem to be rather grim and
The door's locked from the outside.
truthful.
Here, the doors can only be locked and unlocked from the outside.
So the fact that this is tied into the actual experiences of someone, in the Italian mental health system at some point, definitely gives this an interesting sort of thing. This definitely has a better story than a lot of these walking simulators do. But I feel like I said that recently with Layers of Fear, and that had a bit more of a pace to it. But this seems alright for what it is. And, I'm curious to see where this goes. If this is about a road to recovery, or just basically, hey, I'm remembering how horrible it was here. Anyhow, I've been Shadefire, this is the Town of Light, and I'll see you all again next time. Until then, you folks all take care.